Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I am audible and my screen is visible to all. Kindly react with thumbs up to acknowledge it. Well, thank you for the confirmation. I am Nikita Bish from Vincular and I am delighted to be your moderator for today's exclusive webinar on Indian regulatory compliance. With over 7 years of experience in the compliance industry, I am here to ensure that this webinar provides you with valuable insight and knowledge to navigate the complexities of compliance effectively. This webinar is an introductory and outline session on Indian regulatory compliance across industries and will talk about Winkler's scope of work within these industries. This webinar is a part of series of webinar we will be conducting in the future, which will deep dive into more compliance aspect. Slide, please. Today's agenda include understanding the significance of compliance. We will go through the Vincular compliance profile, a brief on compliance across various industry, and Vincular scope of work. In today's world, human safety and quality of life is paramount. Compliance with regulation is crucial in achieving this goal, setting standard and guidelines for various sectors. From healthcare to manufacturing, compliance plays a vital role in mitigating risks and fostering accountability. In India, government initiatives strengthened industrial safety regulations and campaigns such as Swachh Bharat Abhiyan demonstrate a commitment to enhancing safety and quality of life. These efforts underscore the importance of adhering to global standards while promoting environmental sustainability. In a sense, compliance is not just a legal obligation, but a moral necessity. It ensured that individual, organization, and government prioritize the well-being of citizens, leading to a safer, healthier, and more prosperous society for all. In the world of compliance, product regulatory compliance is particularly significant for businesses to meet legal requirements and maintain customer trust. Non-compliance with regulatory product requirement in India can result in penalty, fines, product recalls, and damages to company reputations. The Indian government is continuously updating and revising regulations to align with international standards and ensure the safety and quality of products available in the market. And Vincular is actively engaging with government initiatives to enhance safety and quality standards in human lifestyle. So let me share a short introduction in Vincular's company profile now. Vincular is a leading regulatory compliance consulting company in India, serving since 2012. We serve as a dedicated compliance partner to brand, manufacturers, and their subsidiaries, both domestically and internationally. We are specializing in ensuring seamless product compliance certification, approvals, and licenses across various industries, ranging from electrical, electronics, IT, telecom, automotive, medical, cosmetic, energy conservation to waste management. In next slide, here are the glimpse of the services we offer under our umbrella. You may have a look. Before introducing our esteemed speaker, I would like ask you to follow us on the various social media platforms to stay updated on product regulatory compliance insight at no cost. Through our WhatsApp published monthly and quarterly, our publication space for instant news on regulations, and we have dedicated WhatsApp channel, which is single source to access all our contents. The link of the all three platform has been shared with you over chat box. Kindly check on them. Post this session, complete presentation deck and the webinar recording will be provided to all participants over email. You can post your questions in the chat box during the webinar and we will be reaching out to you to address your queries after the webinar. Now it's time to introduce our speakers. First, I would like to introduce Ms. Medha Bhatt, a compliance specialist in Vincular. She comes with over 5 years of experience in the industry. Medha has emerged as a trusted partner for numerous renowned brands, assisting them in navigating the complexities of compliance effortlessly. Welcome, Medha Bhatt. Next, we have Mr. Vijay Bharti, a compliance specialist in Vincular. He comes with over 3 years of experience in the industry. In this span, he has already established himself as a go-to expert, partnering with esteemed brand to tackle complex compliance challenges head-on. Welcome, Vijay Bharti. Now, I would request Ms. Medha to take over the stage.
Thank you, Nikita. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will be highlighting some key industries which are present at your screen and the corresponding compliance requirements essential for their operations. So, let's jump to the first one. India's electronic market is booming with a vast array of gadgets and devices becoming an integral part of our daily life. We all love gadgets from smart television to laptops. They make our life easier. But imagine if your device suddenly stopped working or even worse, it posed a risk to your safety. That's where rules come in. This rapid growth brings with it concern about the product's safety and reliability. To address these issues, the Government of India has implemented the Bureau of Indian Standard Compulsory Registration Scheme since 2012, which issues CRA certification for electronics and IT products. This successful initiative continues to operate effectively with compliant industries issuing over 2,000 plus license every month. The validity of the certification remains for 2 years. All the Indian and foreign manufacturers selling their products in the Indian market can become the applicant for this certification. In total, there are 75 products covered under the scheme, which is further bifurcated into various product categories, namely electronics and IT products, which includes color television, laptop, mobile phone, rechargeable and portable cell battery, storage battery, headphone, earphone, and many more. Then there's a range of solar products which includes solar PV modules, photovoltaic inverters, and any and other such products. Then there's a section of chemicals and petrochemicals like orthophosphoric acid, polyphosphoric acid, and lastly is the textile, which comprises of the cotton bales. Now, let me draw your attention to some interesting fact about this scheme. BIS CRS operate on a self-declaration basis, which means no physical factory audit by BIS official required here. Also, recently on 9th January 2024, this scheme comes with a big announcement, which is implementation of parallel testing. In order to make simpler for businesses and faster for products to get the approval, the old step-by-step testing, also called the sequential testing process, has been replaced with a new method called the parallel testing, which makes easier for the products like mobile phones, headphones, many others to enter the Indian market quickly. Next slide, please. Thank you. Then second is the wireless industry. While the safety of few information and technology product is being evaluated under BIS CRS regime, the responsibility of ensuring radio frequency spectrum, which is critical resource, is being used rationally, efficiently, and economically prevent harmful interference between services of different products, industry, and government administration lies with Wireless Planning and Coordination Wing, also called WPC, of Department of Telecommunication. All the devices operating in any radio frequency band in India should seek an approval from WPC prior the products get imported in India. Depending upon the frequency band and kind of operation to be comments like sales, experiment, and demonstration, Vincula will help you in selecting for appropriate certificate license for which you should apply for. Most commonly products like mobile phones, tablets, routers, access points, smart lights, and there are many other products like smartphone, smart home products, wireless mouse, wireless keyboard, so on, operating in 2.5 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, and 868 megahertz. Any other frequency band should have an equipment type approval by self-declaration mode issued prior the device get imported in India. In order to get the ETA-SD approval, Indian OEM or authorized Indian representative to foreign OEM will be the applicant. In-country testing is not mandatory and we would need RF test report issued by any ILAC accredited test lab against the relevant standard across the globe to get the ETA SDA issued. Further, the issued ETA SDA can be used by any importer of the product to import the products into India. So next slide, please. So now let's talk about the safety of telecom products. For your information, networking products are not included under BIS CRS certification. However, it is important to ensure all the telecom products connected to Indian telecom networks are safe to be used and do not create any interference in the working of products connected in the same network. Hence, Telecommunication Engineering Center, a technical arm under Department of Telecommunication, launches mandatory testing and certification of telecommunication equipment, which is MTCTE in 2017. Under this scheme, the product will be tested for electrical safety, EMI/EMC, technical protocols, and security requirements. The certification of telecom products under MTCTE scheme is made mandatory in phase-wise manner. Certification of products like PABX, two-wire telephone is mandatory since October 2019, and certification of passive optical network devices on ONT was mandatory in October 2020. Further, devices like access point, IoT gateway, base station, IP multimedia, and conferencing unit, session border controller is mandatory since January 2024. A key pointer to be noted for all our listeners is that the certification of products like routers, LAN switches, firewalls is going to be mandatory from April 1st, 2024, which is from this year. The certification issued by TEC are valid for 10 years, but in few cases, the validity may be limited to 2 years. Unlike BIS CRS regime, we do not have to apply for separate certification for all the factories. Rather, a certificate issued in the name of OEM will be applicable for all the factories where production is taking place. Hence, the applicant of MTCTE will either be an Indian OEM or an authorized Indian representative for an OEM. With respect to testing, it is mandatory to get the product tested in TC recognized gaps only. However, in few cases, international test reports are also accepted. Next slide, please. So let's talk about the huge market of household appliances with respect to energy saving. In India, household appliances have become indispensable in modern life, catering to various needs ranging from cooking, cleaning to entertainment and comfort. Appliances like refrigerators, air conditioners, washing machine, and televisions contribute to high energy consumption, contributing to environmental degradation and escalating electricity bill for consumers. Recognizing this challenge, the Bureau of Indian Standard has implemented the standard and labeling scheme to promote energy efficient appliances and mitigate their high energy consumption. This scheme uses energy efficiency labels, also called star rating label, to guide consumer in making an informed choice when selecting energy efficient large household appliances, in which over 55 crores star label products are sold in Indian market each year. Now, who can be stand out as an applicant here? Only Indian entities, which comprises of Indian manufacturer, importer, and trader, can be the applicant for this scheme. So products covered are further divided into two schemes, which is mandatory voluntary scheme. The mandatory scheme, as its name implies, requires compulsory registration prior to the import of products into the Indian market. This encompasses 16 products in which ultra-high definition, color television, air conditioners, LED lamps, direct cool refrigerators, frost-free refrigerators, and ceiling fans are some of them. Under the voluntary scheme, there is no obligation for compulsory registration and it encompasses 19 products. Some of these products include high energy lithium battery, tires, microwave oven, computers, laptop, solar water heaters, induction hob, side-by-side refrigerators, and various others. Key pointers of the schemes are that the international test report from ILAC, APLAC, MRA signatory are also acceptable here. And this scheme comes up with a robust market surveillance mechanism to ensure effective implementation. That's all from my end. Thank you for your attentive listening. I hope this session have been beneficial for you. I'll now pass the session back to Nikita. Once again, thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Medha, for your valuable input. I encourage all the participants to post their question on the chat box if they have any. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Vijay Bharti to share his experience.
I hope I'm audible now. Kindly react with a thumbs up. Well, thank you for the confirmation. Today I will provide you with a brief information about the topics on your screen. First one is BIS ISI certification. Second is legal metrology licenses. Third one is the waste management EPR certification. And the fourth is CTSCO cosmetic and medical licenses. Next slide, please. As Ms. Mehta has already introduced the BIS compulsory registration scheme, which is scheme 2, which covers a variety of IT electronic equipment. Also, there is a scheme 1 known as BIS ISI scheme, under which a certification mark is required for domestic and industrial products. The Indian Standards Institute is a formal standards organization that was established in 1947 in India. It is responsible for the development and maintenance of national standards for a wide range of products and services. Over the years, ISI developed and maintained hundreds of standards covering a diverse range of products and services, including textiles, food products, chemicals, electrical goods, automobile parts, cement, footwears, and agriculture equipments, and more 20,000 plus products categories. The Bureau of Indian Standard (BIS) is a legal body functioning under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution under the Government of India. Today, the Bureau of Indian Standards continues to develop and maintain national standards for a wide range of products and services, and it is recognized as one of the leading standards organization in the world. The ISI certification mark is a widely recognized symbol of quality and safety in India and is mandatory for many products. The certification process involves rigorous testing and evaluation procedures to ensure that the product meets the relevant standard. The ISI certification process includes testing of the product in the accredited laboratories, inspection of the manufacturing facilities, and evaluations of the quality control system. The initial validity period for the license is 1 year or 2 years, depending upon the choice of manufacturer, which later can be renewed for a further period of 1 to 5 years. Point to note here that the difference between both the scheme is that the BISCR scheme 2 is a self-declaration scheme, whereas BIS ISI scheme 1 requires physical audit of the factory for the ISI certification. Next slide, please. As we all have experienced the wave of COVID in the past few years, every one of us may agree that the medical industry has done everything in its power to assist human welfare through various means by providing new equipments, medical support, vaccines and medicines to support the society. And we can say that the quality, effectiveness and safety of medical equipments plays a vital role when it's come to save someone's precious life. And to ensure that, Government of India introduced the Central Drug Standard Control Organization (CDSCO). This regulation is primarily concerned with the enabling anyone to access to high quality, safe and effective medical devices and ensures public health benefit and the safety of patients, healthcare workers and the community. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization serves as the national regulatory body for medications, pharmaceuticals, and the medical equipment. In the nation, CDSCO is in charge of policing the efficacy, safety, and the quality of the medications and the medical equipment. Licenses provided is for the import and manufacturing licenses of medical equipment, and the applicant for this will be an Indian entity, either the importer and the manufacturer. So far, we have covered the medical equipments, electronic equipments, textile, household equipments. But what about the beauty creams, nourishment creams, including the cosmetic articles which we directly apply to our skin? CDSCO also covers any article intended to be rubbed, poured, sprinkled, or sprayed, applied to the human body or any part thereof for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness, or altering the appearance, and includes any article intended for use as a component of cosmetic. It is covered under CDSCO. Before the goods are made available to the general public, it makes sure they comply to the necessary criteria. CDSCO also covers the approval process for new drug and medical devices, as well as monitors the post-market survey and safety and surveillance of the products. The license provided is for import and manufacturing license of cosmetic products, and the applicant will be an Indian entity, importer and the manufacturer. To conclude this, I would like to say that it is very important to ensure the safety of the patient and the healthcare worker and the quality of the medical equipment. The one who take care of all these parameters is CDSCO. Next slide, please. Till now, we have discussed about the certification of different products, about different standards. But what happens after the end of the life of the product? When someone doesn't require the product anymore? According to a survey, India generated approximately 3.2 million metric tons of electric waste last year, ranked third globally. China led the first with 10.1 million metric tons, followed by the United States with 6.9 million metric tons. The e-waste situation is growing concern, especially as our dependency on telecom, IT, and consumer electronics continues to surge. To reduce this number and resolving it smartly, we need to understand the waste management properly. Waste management refers to the collection, transportation, processing, recycling, and disposal of the waste materials. Waste management is essential for maintaining clean and healthy environment. As we all know, the rule of gravity, what goes up must come down, and the same rule applies for the product also. One product which comes in market must be disposed after the end of the life of the product. To ensure that, Government of India introduced the Extended Producer Responsibility Certification under Central Pollution Control Board. Extended Producer Responsibility Certification means responsibility of any producer of notified electrical or electronic equipment for meeting recycling targets only through registered recyclers of e-waste to ensure the appropriate management of such waste. The responsible entities for the EPR certification are the Indian entities, producer, importer, and the brand owner. Now let us discuss the type of waste, product categories and that covered under the EPR and the validity of the certificate. First one is the EPR under the electronic waste management. The product categories covered under this are IT, telecom, electronic, toys, medical equipment. The validity of this certificate is for 5 years. Second one is the EPR under the plastic waste management. The products covered under this are the plastic for packaging, like the rigid plastic, flexible plastic, the multi-layered and the compostable plastic. The validity of the certificate is for lifetime. The third one is the EPR under the battery waste management. All type of batteries are covered under this. Some of them are automotive battery, portable batteries, electrical vehicle batteries, and industrial batteries. The validity of the certificate is provided for the lifetime. To conclude this, I would like to say that the EPR is a concept in which management where producers take responsibility for the entire life cycle of their product, including post-consumer disposal. Next slide, please. In this webinar, till now, we have talked about the product safety, regulations, and the certification. Now it's time to learn about the packaged food items, measurement instruments, and the label items. How we came to believe that the packed item weighed correctly as it stayed on the product's marking label, or how to believe that the measuring device is displaying the right weight. To ensure and overcome these questions, we have legal metrology. Legal metrology is a branch of metrology which deals with the legal requirements and regulation related to measurements and measuring instruments used in the trade and the commerce to ensure fairness and accuracy in transactions involving the goods and services. It involves the establishments of standards and regulations for measurement units, instruments, and method used in the commercial transactions, as well as the enforcement of the legal metrology standards. Now let us discuss about the certification process and validity of the license. The first license provided under this is model approval, and the validity of the license is for lifetime. Second one is the import license. The validity of the certificate, the license is for 5 years. Third one is the manufacturer, repair, and dealer license. The lifetime, the validity of the certificate is for 1 calendar year and the renewal up to 5 years. The fourth one is the packaged commodities registration and the validity of the license is for lifetime. Now let us discuss about the product covered under the legal metrology. The first types are the weight and measurement products like weighing machines, BP machines, infrared thermometers, mercury thermometers, gas meters, water meters, and many other products also. Second type of products are non-weight products like all prepacked non-measurement products like laptop, mobile phones, packaged food items are covered under this product category. In closing to this, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each of you for your valuable contribution and active participation in today's meeting. I hope I shared information and have been insightful, productive, and forward thinking, laying a solid foundation for the next steps ahead. Thank you once again. Nikita, please take it up.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay. I appreciate the knowledge you imparted in the webinar. Slide, please. Now, I would like to touch upon some of the other major compliances we provide, like PESO certification, which is applicable to the products used in hazardous environment such as petroleum products, CNG, LPG, and other explosives. PESO certification is crucial for industries involved in oil and gas, petrochemicals, explosive manufacturing, and transportation of hazardous substances to ensure legal compliance and public safety. Moving on to the automotive industry. In India, automotive approvals involve adherence to the regulations specified by the automotive industry standard. This process ensures that vehicles meet safety, environmental, and operational standards before they can be sold or operated on public roads. These standards cover various aspects of vehicle design, construction, safety, and emission norms. Manufacturers need to ensure that their vehicles and components comply with the relevant AIA standard and undergo testing and certification from authorized testing agencies before they can be sold in the Indian market. Next, RoHS compliance. It restricts the use of certain hazardous material in electronic and electrical products, promoting environmental sustainability and consumer safety. Next, IMEI TAC approvals. Mobile phones comes with IMEI number, which uniquely identifies a mobile device, and it is used by network operators to register devices on their network and to track the status of devices. The tag consisting of the first 8 digit of the IMEI identify the model number and origin of the mobile device. It is assigned by the GSM Association to device manufacturers. Next, FSSAI regulation. FSSAI license aimed at ensuring the safety and quality of foods product available in the Indian market. Compliance with this regulation is mandatory for all food businesses operators in India, including manufacturer, distributor, and importer of food products. Next, we have DGFT restricted import licenses. These licenses are issued by DGFT for the import of specific goods that are subject to restrictions or require special permissions. Certain goods such as chemical, pharmaceutical, agricultural products, and certain technologies are subject to import restrictions due to environmental, health, or security reasons. Importers seeking to bring in goods that are subject to restrictions may obtain a restricted import license from the DGFT before the goods can be imported in India. Moving to global market access. India is one of the countries where in-country testing is mandatory. However, most of the standards referred to test the product are either international standards or Indian standards, harmonized to international standards. Having a strengthened testing facilities accredited as per international accreditations, we have an opportunity to get the product tested in India once and get the product issued as per the requirement of Indian regulators and get another report issued maybe with delta test cases and use the report for international requirements as well. This approach will save both time and cost associated with regulatory compliance. In addition, we have our presence across globe in the form of our collaboration with multiple labs located across multiple countries and can help in catering the specific international certification requirement effectively and efficiently. So, Vincular can help you obtaining all the necessary certification for the compliance, which we have stated above. Apart from these services, we help companies in providing comprehensive compliance training to their organization. Whether you are a new entrant seeking to understand regulatory obligations or a seasoned player aiming to stay updated with the latest compliance standards, Vincular is here to support you. Get in touch with us today to avail top-notch regulatory compliance training services for your organization. Next, you can have a look on the companies, on the compliances for Indian market, which we cover in this deck. Well, are you still thinking why you should choose Vincular, right? So here is the answer. We focus on core functions as we take care of enabling market access and managing regulatory compliance needs. We reduce the total cost of compliance with our ethical and process-based approach. We have pan-India presence, enabling swift coordination with regulators and customers. We reduce time to market with our experience, efficient project management skill, having strong relationship with Indian global labs and regulators. Also, Vincular is an active member of various industry organizations such as MATE, MATCOF, CII, amongst others. In next slide, also I would like to show our business matrices. Here are some numbers to showcase our expertise. We have delivered more than 25,000 projects till date, more than 600 satisfied customers across the globe, and a team of more than 65 engineers across all domains. So again, I would request everyone to follow us on the various social media platforms to stay updated on product regulatory compliance inside at no cost through newsletter, WhatsApp channel, and publication space. This is the end of the webinar. Thank you for attending the Indian Regulatory Compliance webinar. We would like to express our gratitude to all the participants for their engagement in today's webinar on Indian regulatory compliance. Your active involvement is sincerely appreciated, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Stay connected for upcoming webinar series and updates. Have a great day ahead.